Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's your boy DDK, and I'm back at it with another one. And I just wanted to come talk to y'all real fast about Floyd Mayweather. That's the topic of conversation today. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather recently had an exhibition against a man by the name of Aaron Chalmers. Okay, now Aaron Chalmers is a MMA fighter. He's 35 years old. He's an Englishman, and you know, this is a part of the whole exhibition world tour that Floyd Mayweather is currently on. And the thing I don't understand is everybody, like, I'm talking about people that I respect in the boxing world, former boxers, former world champions, big time comment, everybody, bro, is all giving them flack for it, and I just don't really understand it. Like, I don't I don't get it. Like, everybody is saying like, oh, I'm not wasting my time. First of all, after each one of his exhibitions, everybody say the same thing. Oh, I'm not wasting my time on that anymore. I'm not gonna waste my money on that anymore. But you keep coming back and reviewing the next fight. But okay. But everybody just been saying like, oh, why don't you get in there and fight a real guy? Or why don't you get in there and give yourself a challenge? I saw a comment right before I started filming this on Twitter. It was like, oh, at this rate, Floyd Mayweather will just retire 50-0 in exhibitions too. Like, he's fighting nobodies. Like, bro, do you guys understand what you're seeing? Okay, it's a lot to this, bro. Let's peel it back. All right, so let's start first and foremost. Floyd Mayweather is 46 years old. Floyd Mayweather is 46 years old. Okay. In terms of the sport of boxing, he accomplished everything that one could dream of accomplishing inside the sport of boxing. In and out of the ring, okay? Inside of the ring, I mean, the skills speak for itself, you know? 50-0, practically untouched, the highest CompuBox numbers in CompuBox history. You could probably count, P 50-0, you could probably count on 3-4 times maybe out of a 50 fight career, 20-year career, how many times he actually got caught like clean flush, which is crazy, bro. Like, or you fight for a living, you telling me out of the last 20 years you only got hit clean about 3 times? Okay, goodness. So that's crazy in itself. So tactically and just in terms of his skills inside of the boxing ring, what he did speaks for itself. Like, Floyd Mayweather has beaten more world champions than any other boxer in boxing history. I think the number is like 22, 23 world champions. Out of 50 fights, like 22, 23 of them was world champions that he beat. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really touch his resume and he fought everybody. He fought the Canelos, he fought the Cottos, he fought Canelo before he was, you know, Canelo. He fought Shane Mosley, he fought Oscar De La Hoya, he fought, like, Floyd Mayweather resume is, you can't really argue that, bro, at all. Right? So that's inside the ring. Then outside of the ring, he literally has done what only one could dream about, bro. Like, he literally laid out a new blueprint in the sport of boxing. You know, before Floyd Mayweather, it was, oh, you know, you're a boxer, you get your promoter, and let your promoter do all the promoting, and, you know, after the promoter takes his big cut, then you're left over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before Floyd, guys didn't even really know what was going on in terms of the business in boxing. That's no disrespect to any of the legends. If any of y'all see this video, hear this video, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I respect boxing in all forms, especially the legends that paid away. But let's just be honest, before Floyd, no boxer was really sitting at the business table. You know what I'm saying? Like, no boxer was really taking his career into their own hands. So when Floyd came along, he laid out the whole blueprint of like, ew, the promoter is cool and all, but what happened if we remove the promoter? So what happens if I'm my own promoter, you know? So what happens if I can go out there and I can talk a bunch of shit and I can get people excited about seeing a fight, and you know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens for my career then. And it's an amazing move for him, bro. He tells a story. The notorious story that he tells is when he was under Top Rank, you know, he bought himself out of his contract for $750,000, and within 3 fights he made $750 million. So, you know, a great investment. But anyways, we know what he did inside the ring. We know all of the business and the blueprint that he laid outside of the ring, and the man gave his life to the sport of boxing. Literally, like 20, and I think I'm short about saying 20 years, but a 20-year boxing career, bro. Like, think about it. As long as you've seen, heard about, known Floyd Mayweather, bro, he has been a fighter. Like, he wasn't nothing before boxing and then he came up. Like, no, bro. Like, he's been a fighter his whole entire life, bro. His daddy fought. His uncle fought. Like, bro, he been fighting since he came out the womb, bro. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't understand how, with all of that being said, what do people want to see from Floyd Mayweather? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, he does everything that he does in his boxing career, fights everybody, make the most money that anybody has ever made, and it's still not enough. Like, I don't get it. So now he's in this post phase of his career after doing everything that I just talked about, right? Beating everybody, making the most money, taking boxing, the sport of boxing, to that next level. Now he's in the phase of his career where he's retired. He's on record saying before, like, yo, I'm retired. I'm not coming back fighting no real fights. Now, sidebar, there has been something else that has come into the sport of boxing, in my opinion, a great thing, which is influencer boxing. You got influencers, content creators such as myself, YouTubers and guys like that, transferring over into the sport of boxing. You know, for any, I still don't get how people don't understand this whole influencer boxing. You have influencers, content creators, YouTubers, whatever you want to call us, are picking up. First of all, the YouTubers themselves have the millions of followers online. They have the millions of subscribers. They have the millions of all this. So they have eyeballs on them that most people don't have on them. Okay, they come to a decision that they want to get into the sport of boxing. They want to box. They start training hard. They start living like an actual boxer, an actual fighter, doing everything that fighters do, just not on, I guess, the level that most people would deem a fighter. But they live in a fighter lifestyle. They training right, they eating right, they going to the gym, like, they doing everything. And now with their millions of followers, subscribers, and people who watch them on a daily or on a weekly, they're now bringing this to their audience. Like, yo, I got a fight coming, da da da. So you get what I'm saying? So now they just transfer their following from social media over into the sport of boxing, and they get a lot of flack for it. They're not real fighters. They're not this. They're not that. Whatever. Floyd Mayweather. Let me talk to you about the genius of Floyd. The business model, I think, is Floyd is really just tapping into different demographics, different audiences, different platforms, right? I just said before, YouTubers and content creators, probably 8 or 9 times out of 10, they're younger, you know, they're in their 20s. They have an audience that, I'm sure they know the name Floyd Mayweather, but they don't know Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, for me, like, I'm 24, right? I just graduated college, just turned 24. It's one thing for me, like, I know who Michael Jordan is, but I don't know who Jordan is. Like, I could go on YouTube and look up his highlights and everything, but I ain't never seen him play, you know? So when we talk about LeBron James, though, like, I know LeBron James, bro. Like, I can go on my phone right now on social media, tell you exactly what Bron just had for lunch, tell you exactly what worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different. So, and I feel like that's the same way it is with the audience of the YouTubers and content creators. Like, and I think Floyd Mayweather realizes that, like, yo, like, I'm retired now. I'm not really fighting these, you know, fighting no more, really. Let me go over here. These YouTubers, they coming into the space. Everybody, you know, it's been a lot of trash, a lot of, you know, tension between YouTubers and the boxers that came up in the sport. Let me go over here. Let me dip and dab into this demographic, this audience. Let me make some money over here. And he making millions. Like, he's making millions, bro. Like, Floyd Mayweather is literally getting in there with YouTubers and MMA guys that have been boxing for 6 months to a year and a half. And he's getting in there and making millions, bro. Like, I think his last exhibition, I think he made somewhere of, like, I think it was 15 to 30 or 20 to 30. Like, he's making M's, bro. Like, I just don't get it. But the point of this video, or the point of this rant that I'm on, I guess you could call it, I just don't understand what people want to see from Floyd Mayweather. Like, if you, like, I don't get it. He's done everything. He's done everything that you can do in the sport of boxing. And people are still saying, it ain't like, you know, it'd be one thing if people was like, Floyd, just sail off into the sunset. Like, why are you still in the ring? Why are you still... No. People are really... The whole narrative now is he's only fighting YouTubers. Or when is he going to get in there with somebody who can actually give him... Like, what, bro? Like, gee. Alright, you watching this video right now, right? You. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Whatever you do, right? And I respect any way a man or woman make their money, I respect it, right? Whatever you do, if you collect garbage, if you an Uber driver, if you are a CEO, if you have any type of 9 to 5, you work in the office. Let's just say you are I don't know, a professor at a university, right? You're a professor at a university. Let's say you make 85 bands a year. You've been doing the same job for the last 20 years, right? Every day you're going to university, you got to talk to these kids, you got to give out certain curriculum, you got to grade the curriculum, post it, you know, all of that, right? Straight. After 20 years, you decide to retire. You was making 85 bands every year. 20 years, you decide to retire, your 401k all set up, everything is all smooth. Peaches, you feel me? The same university that was paying you that 85 bands a year after your 20 years of service that you put in, you at home, you retire, and they come to you, they like, look, Professor, let's just say your name is, I don't know, Professor Wick. They say, hello, yo, Professor Wick, we thank you for your service, everything that you've provided for us for the last 20 years. You're an amazing professor. Could you just come in, I don't know, once, maybe twice? You ain't even got to stay all day. Just speak for 30 minutes. Just same curriculum that you was doing before, not at the same level. You ain't got to grade it. You ain't got to keep up with kids, answer emails, none of that. You just come in and you just speak for, I don't know, 30, maybe 40 minutes, however you feel. And we'll pay you a solid 10 bands every time you come in. 10, 15 bands. You telling me you wouldn't take that deal? You wouldn't do that. You ain't got to do nothing, brother. Nothing. All you got to do is show up. You've been speaking for the last 20 years. All you know how to do is speak. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you get where I'm going, bro? Like, to me, that's the same way. That's the same thing it is with Floyd Mayweather. And if you watching this right now and you a professor and you said, no, I wouldn't, you're lying, bro. You're lying. Stop it. You would definitely do it, bro. And that's just how I see this Floyd Mayweather situation. Like, we have TBE, the GOAT, the best ever. The best boxer to ever put on a pair of gloves, gives everything to the sport of boxing. He beat everybody. Can't nobody touch him. He make the most money in the sport. He take the sport to the next level to where now everybody and their mama want to box. You get what I'm saying? He do all of that. And now, in the post phase of his career, in his retirement, new guys are coming up into the game. They barely box. You know, they barely know how to box. He get in there with them and he move around with them. For what? 15, 18 minutes, and they still paying him millions. So like, I don't get it. I don't get why everybody is upset. I don't get why everybody is saying that they want to see him fight a real fighter, somebody who, like, bro, stop, bro. Like, like Floyd Mayweather literally retired from boxing. You know what I think? This is the last thing I'll say. I really do think it is the fact that Floyd Mayweather has literally had the most perfect boxing career that we've ever seen in boxing history. See, this is the thing. Boxing is a spectacle. People want to see a spectacle. They want to see somebody KO, flatline, face first. They want to see somebody in there that's just unconscious. Somebody just knocked them into next week. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just human nature. People, two things in the world that people thrive on is money and it's chaos. And in boxing, fighting, that's chaos. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like Floyd Mayweather, to be in the sport for 20 years, a gladiator sport in boxing, to be in the sport for 20 years and nobody has ever really hit him clean and nobody has ever dropped him, nobody ever beat him. I think people got that itch where it's like, nah, like people, they want to see him go out on a L. Like, they want to see Floyd get beat up. They want to see Floyd get in there and he on the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's me personally. That's what I feel like it is. Because people aren't calling for Floyd to stop fighting. They're calling for Floyd to stop fighting YouTubers. So what, you want him to get in there with Canelo or Earl Spence or like, bro, like, come on now, you know? So that's my take on it. I think just people just want to see Floyd just go out bad because of just how successful and just an anomaly he was in the sport of boxing. But if you ask me, it's the business model from Floyd that he's doing right now is genius. You know, like, if I'm him, I'm not stopping. Like, I'm gonna still do these exhibitions that I'm getting paid millions to do and travel the world with little to no risk at all. If somebody, you know, a huge exhibition want to pop up, like a McGregor or a Pacquiao or a I don't know, maybe Jake Paul want to get in there with him, because that is a huge exhibition. If something huge like that want to jump in, you know, maybe I bite on it. But other than that, bro, I'm in the retirement phase of my career, and I'm still make these millions getting in there just moving around, literally moving around for like 18 minutes. But that's my take. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.